Good morning, everybody. This is Arthur on the Block. It is 10 a.m. in the East. It is Friday, June 25th, and we are live. And we are going to talk crypto. I'm having my cup of coffee. I am just back from my kids' graduation ceremonies from 3rd, 5th, and 6th grade. Having a little coffee, and then we're going to get right into crypto. That's a lot of coffee, right? That's what it is, an awful lot of coffee. Okay. So we've got a lot to talk about this week. We've got a lot to talk about today, and we can get right into it. So there's a lot of news going on around the world. One thing that's sticking out, which is actually a future piece of news, which I think is going to be super relevant and actually going to be an interesting that just came across, was Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey. Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey are going to, let's see if I can get this right here, show you this. Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey, are going to talk about Bitcoin at a conference called the B Word. The B Word conference is not a conference about the actual general understanding, what we call the B Word. It is a conference about Bitcoin. And they're going to discuss it. It's going to be interesting because there's not going to be any bullshit. There's not going to be any, showboat. And these guys are going to talk in depth and whether you think Musk is a little bit of a blowhard or whatever, these guys are intelligent guys talking in a sit down about Bitcoin and the future of Bitcoin. I think it's huge, tremendous to have these two talking, and it'll be definitely interesting to see how that goes. Of course, let's go see interesting news for Binance. Binance is getting investigated by Japan, the FSA in Japan. That's related to offering cryptocurrency. They're not licensed in Japan. They claim they don't work in Japan. This happens all the time. So if anybody here is from New York, I'm from New York. New York has very, very little. New York has very, very little amount of exchanges that we can actually purchase cryptocurrency on. There's very few that we can actually purchase cryptocurrency. It's kind of crazy. Like we can use Gemini, we can use Coinbase, or else we cannot buy cryptocurrency in the state of New York. Ridiculous. It has to do with some regulations in the state of New York. In the end, New York is literally protecting the financial industry in New York from cryptocurrency by forcing crazy regulations for I'm actually just trying to see how live here. Good, we are live. Everything is perfect. New York is forcing crazy regulations for users, for any organization who wants to deal with to trade, to allow people to buy cryptocurrencies in New York. Kind of crazy and ridiculous that they do this, but that is what they do. And so if you want to trade, by the way, you have to transfer. If you're in New York, you need to transfer a cryptocurrency that you've purchased to a foreign exchange, and then you're obviously within limits. You're within certain limits on a daily withdrawals. Amounts are all different. Everyone's different. And then you can bring cryptocurrency back or cash back onto the exchanges to get the money out at a later point. But it's ridiculous that the state of New York does that. So there's regulations all around the world similar to that. So let's get right into this. The crypto market, 33,102. ETH is back well under 2,000. Everything is red today, except Dogecoin. Everything is red today. I'm going to tell you, I get this from I'm just trying to think. I get this from TikTok people all the time. I get people complaining. We do a lot of TikToks. If anybody follows me on TikTok, you see we do a ton of TikToks. And what they really are they're short-term hits. So if I do a hit, I did an update last night on Bitcoin potentially breaking through. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Right up here, this is where we were last night. I specifically talked about this being a potential of Bitcoin breaking through. Were we doing it? Were we breaking through? I pointed out that we were in an overbought situation, pointed that all out. What happens? People are ripping me for they're complaining that, and they'll do it 6 hours later. And I pointed out that we may be breaking out. We may just roll over, and we rolled over. So, it's when you're doing these analysis everything changes as time goes on. You're giving the best information you can at this moment, and they change so rapidly, especially in the crypto market, the 24/7 of the crypto market. So really kind of interesting that you see that's what you hear from people. And so now we're at it. Let's go take a look at crypto. So it is Friday afternoon. Let's take a look at this week in crypto. The 18th, what was it? Last Friday, what were we at? Oh, I gotta go back down to the charts, and I apologize. No, the 18th. Let's go turn these charts on. Let's go take a look. I've been going back. I just realized I showed you a chart and I didn't have it live. That's my bad. Here we go. This is what I was talking about last night with the live, the TikTok when it was up here, potentially breaking through that it never did. Okay, so here we go. Where were we? The 18th of last week, Friday afternoon. We were at, crypto is at, where were we? 38,021. We are now 7 days later. We're at about 4,500 left. We're 33,240 at the moment. As I watch it, it changes pretty rapidly. Okay, so here, this is what we're looking at right now. Bitcoin has just taken this ride, and this is I can't say this any more clearly. We're stuck in this channel. Bitcoin is just stuck in this channel, and until the bulls or the bears, we thought we had broken through on the downside. And actually, at this point, right, I'm not a bull, I'm not a bear, and I think anybody who has to really step up and commit, because right now if you look at these charts and we're just going back and forth. And the more I look at it, we had our chance right here last night. I said it last night. We look at these charts last night, and this is exactly what we were looking at. So here's what everybody is looking at, just so you understand. This is we step back at charts. We look at trend lines. Trend lines just tell us what people are thinking. Basically, it's telling me, and these trend lines become sometimes self-fulfilling. How did this random trend line that's angling down become such a powerful point of resistance? Well, it started hitting off of it. For whatever reason, it started hitting off it. And then it hit off it again. And now all of a sudden people are like, wait a second, let's draw this line in here. We draw this line in here. And now we're like, wow, this is strong. Boom, blew through it. Bam, right back down. We tested it again. Last night, and there's nobody can tell me this is not a hugely powerful trend line right here, this downward trend line. And it's very, very strong. When you look how many touches we have on that line. And so last night when we wicked up through, it was actually mid 4 hour stretch that I had looked at it, and I'm like, wow, is this it? Could we be blowing through? Everything looked kind of good. We had big candles, and so it rolled over. So here's what we're looking at now. Let's take a quick look at what we're looking at now. I want to get rid of all my drawings. I wish there was a way to just remove all my drawings at once. So here we go. This is what we're looking at right this second, and I got some bad news actually since the time we're going on and as we're looking at this. So here's what we're looking at. We're looking at a standard trading formation, right? Here we are. Let me draw. So we have our low. We have our high. We have our higher low, right? Here, low, high, higher low. And then we have here's our high. Here's our higher high. Now, in order to keep this going, we need a higher low. Okay? So we talk about low, high, higher low, higher high. And that's the trend. That's the strong upward trend. But here's what we're at right now. This is what I said earlier today. We're right at the close of these 4 hour candles, right? So we're breaking down. We're not getting that higher. We're not getting that higher low. It's very close right now. If the market turns around and blows up, maybe we give you sort of take credit and say, yeah, that's a higher low, great. But right now we look like we are not getting that higher low. So here we go. So we're looking up here. If this rolls over right now, this is the point where I think we're in a little bit of trouble, and rightfully so. Like if we roll over right here, we're going to through this 31,000 at some point or another. This is going to dump. There's not going to be this 28. There's no support. We know we've blown through all the buy orders at 31,000. We hit them here. We hit them here. We hit them here, and it finally caved, and it blew through them all the way down to 28.6 or 28.8 before anything came in. So we've got a lot of open room here below us. And again, the next thing you see, I got to stop drawing on my charts. The next thing you see here is support over around this range. This is that 27 to 20, 24 to 23 range. Very little support resistance. Is some here at 26, 27. These are all really super minor. And I'm going to tell you, if anybody watches Coins Kid, I love that guy. I love some of his sayings. He's British. Some of his sayings are friggin' funny. It's just funny to listen to him. I don't know if anybody watches Coins Kid. He actually this morning, in his morning Bitcoin update, went back and talked about what I have been talking about forever, retesting all-time highs, retesting highs. So not all-time highs, but then it was an all-time high, but retesting highs, coming back, and the next trend up, retesting after the breakthrough, retesting after the breakthrough. And this is what we've emphasized over and over and over again. Look at this, and this right here, I'm going to move my little drawing right down to here because this is where I'm talking about. Right here is us breaking through right at 19,906, whatever the number was. We broke through this. You can see it show resistance. This was the 2017-18 high. Resistance. Blew right through it. And the one thing we didn't do, we would be in a lot better situation right now. We'd be in a ton better situation if, when we broke through this in December of last year, we went here, we retested it, and went up, we would be in a lot better shape right now than we would be if we hadn't. Right now we know that's a strong support line. We have never retested that. The more this goes on, the longer this indecision, and I want to get onto some other coins before I keep ranting on about Bitcoin. The longer we go in this period of time of complete indecision, this 31 to 41,000 trading range, even though we dipped down, I'm still calling it a 31 to 41,000. This trading range, the longer we dip down, the more likely, the higher percentage chance I think we have that final capitulation where we blow off and we head straight down. And the longer this takes, how long have we been in this? We entered this zone, I want to tell you, roughly, let's see, 37 days ago. 37 days we've been trading in this 31,000 to 41,000 day range. 37 days we've been trading in this zone, talking about looking at every possibility. Everybody's analyzing what the bulls are doing, what the bears are doing, what the whales are doing, what the retail investors, who's the sucker, where's the buy zones. This is all we talk about. The longer and longer we go into this, the longer we talk about this and the longer this goes, the more I'm convinced that this is what we do. And at one point we break this, and at one point maybe we retest, but when this goes down to this, it's going to end right here, right? This is going to be the end of the actual candle, and then the rest is going to be a wick. It's going to be a wick straight down. Somehow or other, I'm drawing this to be this being a candle, and that's going to be a wick. It's going to be a $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 wick on Bitcoin. That's what it's going to be. We're not going to sit there and trade down because so many people are going to come in. There's so much buy. I don't believe that we're actually ever going to hit this 20,000. I think the number is going to be 21 or 22,000 because so many people are going to come in. So many people are going to not want to miss this buy zone. More and more people are looking at it. Even guys like Michael Saylor, who has I think $26,000 or $28,000 average cost, and Elon and Tesla have a $32,000 or I think it's $32,000 cost. These guys are going to have to start looking at it, and I think that's where you're going to see it. You're going to see this breakdown. The longer we stay in this zone, the longer we stay here, the more rapid this is going to happen. And it could happen. This could be a weekend event. Literally, we could wake up Monday morning. If you turn off your computers, turn off your phones, go play golf for the weekend, you could come back and find out we're back up at 31,000 or 32,000. We had a weekend where we wicked down, we bounced back up, we bounced off it, and we came back up through this. I think that's how quickly it happens. I do not think this is a long-term thing, but I think it's going to be quick and violent. As a crypto analysis, I think this will be a violently quick downtick. I don't know if I really think this is going to drag out this part, but I think also once we get back in there, we may end up in this 31 to 41,000 range after we put that bottom in, but starting to look a little healthier and potentially moving up. But once we get back up into here, I think that's going to release the altcoins, which the favorite thing in the world is the altcoins are going to be released from the crap that we've been dealing with, this drag that Bitcoin has been. 4 altcoins, ADA, Matic, Sol, and BNB, regardless of this potential lawsuit on BNB. And we're going to start looking at, I know, I get this all the time, all the friggin' time, XRP. I don't know whether I just hear it so much because it's like the XRP army or whatever they call themselves, or the fanatics on Reddit and Discord, the guys that are hardcore fans. Like, I don't know, but you hear so much, and there's so much going on with XRP, and I've only been following it sort of on the outside of the charts. We're going to dig into it this week, and we'll get back on it. So let's take a quick look at some of these alts as we're going. Here we go. ADA, still, we've talked about this over and over again. ADA has now bounced back. We are strong into this trading zone that we've been in. Boom, boom, boom. It's been in here. You want to talk about 37 days in Bitcoin? This has been going on since February that we've been in this zone, but the zone gets stronger. I think this zone keeps getting stronger every day we stay in it. Really, really, and I can't wait till, because the one thing we haven't done, here's what we haven't done. We haven't done any sort of price predictions. We haven't said, hey, this is going to go, I think this is going to go up to, here's my trading zone, it's going to go up to $1.58, and if it breaks that, we're going to go up to, and looking at fib retracements. We haven't done any of that in 37 days, it seems like. Like literally 37 days that we've been sitting in this zone, we haven't done anything like that. And that's because we can't. I don't think I can reasonably do that, because now you're predicting a turnaround and a run up until you get a resolution. Let's call it a resolution. Until we get a resolution on Bitcoin, everything else is sort of is the subject of Bitcoin right now. So, but coins that look good, these look good, and when they turn, they're going to turn quickly. And these are the 4 right now we're looking at still. ADA, Matic. Matic looks tough down here, but if you look at the longer term trend and the business model of Matic, Polygon is huge. It's so strong. So it feels like these are one of the ones that are going to hugely bounce back. It's held up. It's sort of gone sideways for a while now, but at $1.12, where we at a 140, 270, 260 range, it really, really flew up there. But it has not come down anywhere close to this 74-cent low of that blow off of late May. So we've got ADA, Matic, Solana. Solana is my new favorite. Total favorite here. I've talked about this. This is a buy zone. We're still looking at 24. What do we got? 24 to 25 and a half. 24 and a half. I don't know if we ever get there. I really don't know if we get a big blow off on Bitcoin, we get there. But we need that big blow off capitulation to put it into this zone. But I don't see we ever come back down to these zones again. These lows of 19 to 21. I don't think that happens. If you're looking for Solana at this point, this is your buy zone in here. Of course, in this market, until we get a resolution, any buy right now that you put in, any buy should have a corresponding stop underneath it. Whether you're a 5%, a 7%, a 10%, some stop underneath any buy right now, because with everything we're saying, these could be quick. It could go down. You've also got to be careful. You don't want to get caught in Bitcoin's wick down, where you buy something, Bitcoin does the wick down here, you get stopped out, and then it blows back up. By the time you wake up and all of a sudden you found out you lost your 7 or 8 or 10% on the way down, and you missed the real quick pullback. You don't want to get into that situation either. So we've got Solana, we've got that, and then BNB under investigation. There's tons of investigations. This is always going on all around the world right now. BNB again looked so strong on the way up. Looks where are we at the beginning? This is March. This is March. Think of this. Let's look at BNB for the year. Where was BNB? I want to go through the January 1st price here. So I don't even have to get exact. So we're BNB at 37, right? BNB is up at 292 right now. What was its high? Was it 6 or 700? I can't remember the exact high. 684. I don't even have the exact number, but we're up here 684, close to 700 high. Looks so strong, bouncing off of this. Here's this long-term buy loan is also our long-term support. So that is a huge buy zone right in there. What do we got? 210 to 220, 230, 235. Huge buy zone for BNB. Huge support for BNB. You're only getting there again with a wick down on a blow off from Bitcoin. But those are the four: ADA, Matic, Sol, BNB. Interesting news. I will be checking back, of course. Oh, you know what I never do? Please hit the like button down below, guys. I keep forgetting to tell everybody to hit the like button. We are starting to step up our in-depth analysis of coins, on technical coins, on news. Please check out the TikTok channel, On the Block Live on TikTok. Keep producing. And, of course, Monday morning we'll be back at 10 a.m. with the news from the weekend. If there is anything super crazy going on this weekend, I will come back live, update you. We do a lot of the updates over on TikTok. There's a lot of quick hits on TikTok. And we will start doing Bitcoin YouTube shorts, which are quick little 1-minute videos on YouTube also, which we'll be doing, which will be kind of cool to do. That is it. Of course, comments down below. Hit that like button. Follow us over on TikTok, Twitter. We're all over the place. We keep going updates. That is it for the weekend. We have had an interesting week. Actually, the truth is it's been a pretty calm, boring week, let's say. It's been a pretty calm, boring week in the cryptocurrency world. We've gone sideways, a little down, nothing spectacular. But that is it for crypto. On the Block crypto this weekend. We are waiting for Bitcoin. Come back to you. Anything we got this weekend. All right, guys. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe. Trade well. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below and hit the like button. Thanks, guys. Bye.